Hi, very warm welcome to Dusty Shelf Collectibles. Today, another random Loco from the collection. Yeah, hi, so pick this Loco out. This is one of the 3-rail, you can see here with the pickups in the middle, Locos that I've got. This is one that I am aware doesn't run. I thought what I'd do is I'd pick this one out and we'd do a bit of a review on the engine, you know, as I've done before, a bit on the history of the real thing, etc., and a bit on the model, and then go through the process of getting this running again. What do I need to do to it, how do I clean it, that kind of thing, and then hopefully, if all goes to plan, have this running around the layout towards the end of the video. So let's head over to the bench and have a look at the Loco.
This is a 4MT BR standard class Loco, 264 tank engine. So 264 referring to the wheel arrangement, so you've got 2 on the front here, 6 in the middle, 4 at the back. And the tank engine bit just referring to these pannier tanks that sit either side of the boiler. These would carry water, fresh water to feed the boiler effectively, get injected in. These were built in the 1950s for commuter services and sort of suburban running. Certainly this, I'm aware that this ran out of Fenchurch Street to Southend in my neck of the woods, and this one in particular was based up in Scotland, but we'll come to that in a minute. They did a little bit of express work, but nothing major. It was mainly, as I say, you know, sort of commuter and suburban. Designed in Brighton by Riddles. They were introduced from 1951 to 1957. As I say, this particular Loco, 80054, spent all of its working life in Scotland. Was finally scrapped in 1966. In June 1966, it was withdrawn and then scrapped shortly after. Now, 15 of these have made it through to preservation. 14 of them came from Barry's scrapyard. If you know the story of Barry's down in South Wales, it was the Wooden brothers that basically bought up a lot of the old steam stock as they were withdrawn from British Rail. And they sat in a field waiting to be scrapped, and while this was happening, the preservation societies began to get momentum and managed to buy a lot of the Locos that we see on the rails direct from the scrapyard. So that's how a lot of the stock that we see today is actually on the rails. The final one of the 15 that are in preservation, so 14 came from the scrapyard. The final one was bought directly from British Rail. So yeah, as I say, 15 of these you can find around the country in different lines. So my Hornby Dublo example here, as you can see, is 3-rail. I don't have a box for it. Now what I did find, I was looking to try and find a little bit of information about this Loco. I did find in one of my old catalogues that if I just open this very gently, here you can see that this Loco here did actually come as a freight package. Yeah, so it does actually say in here, contains Hornby Dublo EDL 18 tank locomotive, and you can just make out on the side here 80054. Now I do believe it was also sold separately, and I have had a look at my book. Let me just lift it across. So I've referred to this quite often. This is my Ramsey's catalogue. I've got quite an old one, and in here down the bottom here again we can see EDL 18, which is 80054, BRB black, so British Rail black, made from 1954 to 1961. So I would probably put this middle of that range. Now my Loco seen better days, obviously, you know, the paintwork it's been well played with, but as always with these, I just love the patina of these older engines. I love to see them running around the layout. So plan is not to do anything with the bodywork on this, but the detailing on, you know, given the age of this Loco, I mean, you've got rails fitted in here, it just looks wonderful. And obviously with the BR logo on the side, with the lion over the wheel, fantastic. So as I say, the project with this one is to actually get it running. So I'm going to show some footage of it on the track now, before, and hopefully once it's all cleaned and up and running, we'll show some pictures with it after.
Right, first things first, let's just test the track. So I know this Loco is working and it works very well. So I just bring in, put a little bit of power on there. So I know that there is power going to this track and everything's good. Okay, so I'm now going to switch the Loco over. So take that one off, and then this one is going to go on. Right, let's try this one. It's definitely getting power, but you can see it doesn't want to move. Definitely a problem there. So that's the challenge of the day, is to get this loco moving. So let's take it over to the bench. Let's get the body off of it and let's see what's inside.
Right, let's take a look. So first thing, let's just check the mechanism is free. So yeah, that's fine. So I am suspecting this is probably the magnet and the motor, but let's get it open and see what we got inside. Actually, leave that one on. Let's take the front one off. Now I can get to that fixing at the front here. Right, what have we got inside? So we'll give the wheels a good clean. What I'm going to do is try and remove the motor from here. I've not done one of these before, so let's get rid of loosen this off at the end and slide this out if we can. Take that right out. Okay, let's get this and slide the magnet out. Right, that's the magnet out. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and give this a good old clean. Years and years of grime in there, look at that. In fact, I'm going to try and take that spindle out. Spindle. Wrong word. Armature is the word I was looking for. Right, I'm going to put that in the ultrasonic cleaner so we can get some of that grime out. So this is my ultrasonic cleaner. These are really cheap. I think that this one is an Aldi special. All you do, a little bit of hot water, a little bit of soap in there, and set it going. I'll come back in a little bit and see if it cleans any of the dust off, dirt off. Sorry, I've got to set this camera rolling. So remove that from in the end there, withdrawn that brush. I'm just going to do the same at the other end, just pull the plug out and withdraw that one back as well. Like so. Oop, it's come through, but I haven't got the brush out. Give that a little bit of encouragement. So just a reminder, as with all of my videos, if you want to know how to do something properly, do not watch these. This is just me doing my thing at the bench. There are many videos on the internet and on YouTube that show you exactly how to do these things perfectly. Lift this up and see in there, years of grime being lifted out the coils, doing its job nicely. Yeah, next job is to put a little bit of vigour back into the magnet. So you can see here's the horseshoe magnet on the bench. This little machine that you see, this is comes from a guy called Ronald Dodd. Found him on the internet and ordered the machine. And this basically remagnetises the magnets in these old motors. So all you do is with the magnet, you find out which way is north. And we can see that it's that direction. You can see on there, sorry, not with the magnet, with the compass, you can see that north is pointing that way. So this is our motor. We make sure that it's pointing towards north. We put it into the machine like so, push the 2 bars either side like that, and then all we do is we just push the button. Simple as that. And now the magnet has got all its power back again. And I will put a link, if I can find the link, I will put a link to this, to Ronald's information, because obviously credit goes to him with this machine. It's a fantastic little bit of kit. Okay, so all I've done off camera, I've gone around all the wheels with a bit of emery cloth and just cleaned off years and years of grime off of there. It's got the worst of it. Cleaned the pickups either side, they're all nice and clean. And then with the brushes, just taken the surface off. The surface is full of grime, so I've got rid of those as well. So it's all nice and clean. And as you've seen, the magnet is now nice and strong. So let's get it all back together. So first things first, let's get the armature in. Oh, and the armature has come out of the cleaner, and you can see years of grime come off of that. It's fantastic. Right, I do want to put a little bit of grease on the worm gear, so let me find the grease. Right, there's a tiny bit of grease on there. I'll drop this back in into the Loco like so. Okay, and then the top screw. Right, that was a little bit difficult to get in, so I stopped the camera. So just tightening that down. Right, that's got that in there. Just back that off just a fraction. That's it. And lock that off. Nice free motion of the motor there. That's good. Right, next step, get the brushes in. So make sure they're on their springs. This one came off when I took it out, so I'll just place that back on. Let's do this at this end. Okay, and slide that in there, like so. Notice I'm putting in the brushes after the armature. Just push that plug back in, that's that one. And then this one in this side like so. Push that in. And then that goes on there like that. Okay. Actually I should have put the magnet in magnet in first. Let's do that now. So magnet back round the motor like that. Put that in. Hold them. Nice and tight. And then finally this this mounting on the rear. Right, just put that front carriage on, front bogie, sorry. Actually, we'll do that in a minute. Let's go and see if it runs. Right, let's try that again. So, with it all clean and remagnetised, let's see if we've got any movement. Perfect, look at that. Right, really pleased with that. It's running like a dream. Okay, I'm going to go and get the body put back on. Right, put the front bogie back in first. Oh no, sorry, put the body on first. So make Right, so body fits in, so there's a peg at that end, that's it, and then just drops in like so. Let's just do this up. And then the front bogie back on. Perfect. So I really do like the patina of these old engines. I really don't want to, you know, particularly this one, it's got wear on it, you know, and it looks, with its age and everything about it, I don't want it to look perfect. I want it to look used, I guess is the best word. I think I love the patina on it. I love the history. It shows its history. So let's go and give it a run around the layout. Well, I'm absolutely over the moon. I really thought that Loco would never run again. So thank you ever so much to Mr. Dodd for his wonderful machine, for remagnetising the magnets, and yeah, all cleaned up. I don't want to touch the patina on it. Quite happy with the way it looks. And it looks fantastic on the layout. So yeah, I'll leave this video there. If you like this kind of thing, then please subscribe. I'm starting to do quite a few of these videos, so they may be of interest. If you can see your way to liking this video, you really help me out. But as I say, I'll leave this there. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.